Hey guys, it's Andokiller here, back at you with another video. This will actually be the, I think, third episode of this series that I have on my channel, Lootalicious Raids, where I show you raids with insane loot. And as you can see here, I just got one with the most insane loot I've seen in a long time. Now, you can see his level 13 elixir collectors are almost all full. I haven't seen a raid like this in so long, so I was ecstatic when I found it. I just waited like 25 seconds not doing anything, just staring at the screen to see if it was true. And then deciding which side to attack from, I'll attack from this bottom side, dropping a few 6 giants with a few wall breakers so that they can penetrate the walls. And then I'll follow up with my barbarians and my archers. But wow, this is insane loot. This is the definition of Lootalicious. I was actually lucky that I had enough troops to get all this loot from all these collectors, but Steffi Boo, excuse me, you're the man. Sorry, you probably haven't been online for a long time. I stole a lot of your gold, but I love you for it. It's kind of a funny concept. And now, from the second side, I'm going to drop in a second a few giants on this side right there. You can see, so they can take out these 4 gold and elixir collectors and this dark elixir collector. They're able to take that out in a second. Yep, right there, they start targeting it. And the only gold collector that's going to be left is going to be this one. And you can see I've saved 2 giants and 6 barbarians. So I'm going to drop those with my queen also in a second to take that gold collector out. You can see there's about 74k gold in one gold collector. This guy was loaded with loot, and I love him for it. So I drop my queen down in a second. You can see in a second, that second is taking pretty long. I don't know even if I drop her off. Yep, there she is. Then I use her ability and I end the raid right there to wrap it up with 401k gold, 393k elixir, 722 dark elixir, 61%. So about 800k loot combined was insane, and 10 trophies. So that was the first raid of the video. Let's get to the second raid of this video. So guys, for the second raid of this video, we have a raid by my friend Aldo. He got some really nice loot in a different fashion way that I did. He got a collector raid, as you can see by the fullness of these collectors. And you can see he has available, the loot available is about 311k gold and 264k elixir. So let's see how he manages this. So he has a composition of a classical barge with a little more archers and barbarians. So what he does is he drops his archers down to take out these elixir collectors, and his archers to go on the close combat section of those collectors. Now he drops down a few archers on the right side to deal with these collectors, and he's taking them out nicely. But let's see if he can do something more than just get all the loot from these collectors. So next thing, what he does is he drops a few more archers and barbarians around the whole base in an attempt to envelop the whole base and then ultimately destroy it and go for that 3-star. But let's see if he can do it, since he has only a strategy of barbarians and archers. So he drops his king there. You can see he's level 7, and he'll actually end up being the main part of winning and getting this 3-star, since only a few defenses are up, 2 splash damages and 1 archer tower. The archer tower is really the only thing that can deal a lot of damage to the king, but the king ends up in a second, I have a feeling, taking out these few buildings and clutching it. Well, actually, the king wasn't the clutch one there. The few barbarians that ran in got the last building, and he ended up with 100%. Overall, he got 311k loot, 264k elixir, and 143 dark elixir. Ended up with 9 trophies. He used 101 archers, 93 barbarians, 3 wall breakers, and his king. So guys, that's all for the second raid. Let's go to the third raid. So for the third and final raid of this video, we have a raid by my friend tyreal. He's also a member of our clan. He's a really nice member. And looking at this base, you can see that there's a lot of available loot. You have 429k of gold, 548k of elixir, and 1,298 dark elixir. Now, you can see by the fullness of the collectors that this is going to be a mostly collector raid, but the way this base has its collectors surrounding the whole thing, it's going to be hard to get all of them. The reason I chose this raid for my Lootalicious raid videos is because this is a different raid than most of the collector raids, and the guy attacking, tyreal, uses an interesting strategy to get most of the loot out of the collectors. So what he does is on each collector on the outside, he drops a few barbarians to take them out. You can see him dropping there, and that's enough to take out the collectors on the outside. Here he drops a few archers so they won't get targeted by this archer tower. And then he starts clearing out the buildings on the outside so he can access these collectors inside the walls. He clears out this dark barracks and this army camp, and then he starts dropping troops carefully to take out the collectors on the inside of the walls. This is a very interesting raid because not a lot of people do this, but with a few troops and a good placement of those troops, he's able to get most of the loot out of this raid. So he drops a few archers behind a few barbarians so the barbarians can soak up most of the damage. And this is what he pretty much does throughout the whole raid. He drops a few archers, well, one archer on the town hall so he has that ensured 50%. And then just drops a few troops at a time very carefully to get these collectors on the outside. I'm going to fast forward it a little because he draws it out. He really is meticulous with his troop placement, and it's a very interesting type of collector raid. So he's gotten most of the collectors on this side, and now he starts dropping a few troops on the bottom in a second to clear out the bottom side also. You can see he only has 46 barbarians and 9 more archers left. So he tries to make do with the troops that he has left. So he drops a few barbarians to distract the mortars, and then archers to take out the gold collector right there, which he successfully takes out. And now he drops his most of his barbarians here to take out these buildings, followed up by 1 or 2 archers in a second to hopefully take out this gold collector. And then he ends the raid there because he got the 1 star. And he didn't really have enough troops to access the other collectors. So overall, it was a very meticulous raid, very carefully planned out. There was a nice troop placement, that's why I chose it for my Lootalicious raids. He got 239k gold, 287k gold, K elixir, excuse me. He left about 200k of both, but that was mostly in a few of the collectors he didn't get, and in the middle, which he couldn't access because he was going for mostly a collector raid. He got 32% damage and 9 cups with the strategy of barbarians and archers, which the loot paid off immensely. So that was the last raid of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, this episode of Lootalicious raids. If you like, leave a comment down below of what I should add to my next videos, or if I should have done anything differently in this video, in your opinion. Leave a like if you liked the video. I really appreciate getting your feedback. Share it with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever, so I can get my content out to more people. And there's a red button below that says subscribe. If you like my content and want to support me, please click on that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, it kind of makes me happy, and it kind of gives me a feeling of accomplishment. So thank you very much for watching. If anyone watched this video, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video.